Hi viewers, welcome back to Theory and Practice of GST in Usman University unit number 4. So that is getting starts with GST under services. So this is my presentation. Today I am going to explain you what are the items under what are the items are determined under GST. Okay, like time of supply, place of supply, value of supply. Okay, so myself and Dr. Mallikarjun Rao, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government Degree College, Kukatpalli. Today I am going to explain into part 1 and part 2 is there, and part 1 I am going to explain how to determine the tax under in the case of time of supply, place of supply, value of supply. Okay, and same time how the services are recorded in Tally RP9. That is part number 2 I will explain. Okay, so let's begin with how to determine value of supply under GST. We will discuss step by step. Okay, come on. Let's start with time and place value of supply. Under GST, there are three taxes can be charged in any invoice. The taxes can be state GST, central GST, and interstate transaction. It will be, we know or discussed earlier, integrated GST. In the case of interstate transaction, we are charging the integrated GST. But in talking about the what are the time of supply, place of supply, okay, why it is important? So time of supply is most important when we are able to pay the tax based on the due dates. Now if it is a monthly return, if we are submitting GSTR 1 we are submitting next month of 10th date. Okay, like GSTR 2, 28th, GSTR 3, we have a regular interval due dates are there. So because of the payment of due date, the time value of supply, the time of supply is most important when you are paying the taxes. Okay, at the same time the place of supply is also very important. If it is an interstate transaction, it's also important. At the same time, if it is an interstate transaction, the transaction between two states, at that case also the place of supply most important. Without knowing the place of supply, we don't know which tax we are going to collect. Either if it is an intrastate transaction, we are charging or we are collecting the CGST plus state GST. That is central GST and state GST. But if it is interstate transaction, the transaction between two states, and we are collecting integrated transaction, integrated GST. Okay. The third one is very important, value of supply. So without value of supply, we don't collect the taxes. It is very difficult to calculate the GST tax. We need some value. So we can't calculate 10 computers and 18% GST. So we want to know that what is the value of 10 computers. Then only we are going to collect some taxes or we are paying some taxes. Okay. Let's start with elaborate discussion. First, what is the time of supply? So time of supply, the time of supply means the point. Okay, the point when the goods or services considered supplied. When the seller know the time, it helps to identify the tax due date, identify the due dates. Okay, identify the due dates because this is the very important, because of the due date the tax is important. So how we are calculating how we are deciding the time of value of supply, and based on this principle. Okay, see that first we will consider either date of invoice of issue and the last date on which the invoice should have been issued, date of receipt of advance or payment. Okay, let's assume that we will take an example. Mr. X sold goods to Mr. Y worth rupees 1 lakh. The invoice was issued on 15th January. Okay, and the payment was received 31st January, but the goods were supplied 20th January. So like a single transaction included three different dates. The first invoice is raised 15th and the payment were received 31st, but goods were issued 20th January. In this case, what is the time of supply? So out of these, to analyze, let us analyze the arrive at the time of supply. In the case of the time of supply is of which one is earlier. Okay, either last date of issue of invoice 15th January and the last date of invoice has been issued 28th. So between these 2 days, we are assuming that the time of supply is 15th January. 15th January. Let us take one more example. Okay, one more example. Okay, like the date of issue of invoice and date of receipt of advance payments and date of provision services. If the invoice is issued with the prescribed period, let us take one example. Mr. A provides service worth rupees 20,000 to Mr. B on 1st January. Okay, so this related to services. The first one is we talk about the goods. Now this example for services. Mr. A provide services worth rupees 20,000 to Mr. B on 1st January. Okay, the invoice was issued 20th January. The payment for the same was received the 1st February. See the transaction, the payment was received in the next month, that is 1st February. Okay, the first two transaction, the service provided 1st January, the invoice issued on January month only. So in the present case, we need to first check the invoice was issued within the prescribed time or not. So what is the prescribed time here? The prescribed time is 30 days from the date of supply, that is 31st. So 30 days nothing but the service provided 1st January, 30 days plus 30 days within the prescribed time is 31 days. The invoice was issued in 20th January. Okay, so this means that the invoice is issued within the prescribed time, that is 20th January. We treat it as a time value, time of supply of services. So like we will follow some guidelines given by the GST Council. So in the case of supply of services and reverse charge, in case of reverse charge, the time of supply for services is earliest of either date of payment or 30 days from the date of issue of invoice for goods 30 days or service are within the 60 days. Okay, it is modified so date. We take one more example in the case of time of supply. Mr. ABC Private Limited undertook service of a director Mr. X worth rupees 50,000 on 15th January. The invoice was raised in the next month, that is 1st February, and ABC Limited made the payment the 1st May. See the transaction related to 3 months. Okay, 15th January, 1st February and 1st May. See here in this case the time of payment is 1st May, 60 days is 2nd May. Like in this, the time of supply is 2nd May transaction. So after this we will talk about the place of supply. It is very important to understand the term place of supply to determine the right tax to be charged on the invoice. Okay, the right tax nothing but either we will collect or we need to pay the either integrated tax or both taxes, CGST or SGST. Okay, for example, take an example, a location of service. Location of service receiver. Here service receiver is Maharashtra, service receiver in Maharashtra, and the place of supply is also Maharashtra. Okay, place of so here the both are the same. The location of service receiver and the place of supply both in the we treated this is a intrastate transaction. These two taxes are applicable. CGST plus SGST are applicable. So in case of the location of this service receiver Maharashtra, place of supply Kerala. So it is interstate transaction. IGST, integrated GST is applicable. Okay. So as usual in case of goods, the place of supply is where the goods are delivered. Okay. So the place of supply of goods in the place where the ownership of goods charges. If there are no movement of goods, so goods either movement or no movements. If the goods are no movement, in this case the place of supply is location of goods at the time of delivery of the recipient. We will take an example. Okay. For example, A is a supplier located in Kolkata. A is a supplier located in Kolkata. Supply machinery to recipient Delhi. Okay. So recipient Delhi. So it's a purely West Bengal and Delhi is a union territory. It is interstate transaction. It is a purely interstate transaction. Okay. Interstate transaction. The machinery is installed in the factory recipient in Kanpur. So in this case, the place of supply of machinery will be Kanpur only. It's a movable product. Kanpur. Okay. Generally, the place of supply of services, in the case of services nothing but we can't touch and we can't use, only services in the location where the service recipient is there. In this case, where the services are provided to an unregistered dealer, okay, and their location is not available to the location of services provider, will be place of provision of services. So in this case, we will take one more example. Mr. Anil from Delhi provide interior designing service to Ajay, Mumbai. So it's a Delhi to Mumbai, 2 states, and the property located in UT. See the 3 states. Anil is a service provider, and the service receiver is Ajay is Mumbai, but the property located is in UT, Tamil Nadu. So in this case, the place of supply will be location in the immovable property, that is Kolkata. This is immovable property. Okay. So house is not movable, right? Property cannot movable. If it is a machinery or transportation, you can move. Okay. Like we are deciding the place of either service or place of supply will be decided based on the service or goods, movable or immovable. Third one is value of supply of goods or services. So value of supply means the money that the seller would want to collect, the goods and service supplied. Okay, so that is the value of supply. So the amount collected by the seller from the buyer, it is the value of supply. But where the parties are related and a reasonable value may not be charged, the transaction can take place as a barter or exchange. The GST law prescribed that the value on which the goods is charged must be transactional value. Is very, very important. The transactional value. This is the value at which unrelated parties would translate the normal course of business. It makes sure GST is charged and collected properly, even though the full value of may not be paid. So this is some example. We have some more example. This case, okay. Seller Maharashtra, the buyer UP, third party is Maharashtra. Actually delivered. Like we'll see the Maharashtra, Chennai, the buyer takes the goods. So like if it is a no movable, the movable. One more example I quoted here. Location of supplier West Bengal, the location of recipient is Orissa, the site is located Jharkhand, site of assembly location Jharkhand. So here is a purely Jharkhand, the place of supply is Jharkhand. Okay, so it is GST is IGST like. So Jharkhand like this. So if it is Jharkhand, Orissa, it is also Orissa, one place of supply is Orissa. So like we have to define the tax rates, either IGST or XGST. Okay, like this is the basic information to know before posting the transaction in Tally ERP9. Okay, now I will move to post the transaction services in Tally ERP9. Okay. Next part, how to post the transaction, Tally transaction ERP9. Service entries in GST, how we can post. First I will go to create one company in the name of ad agency. First I am going to create one company. The company name is ABC ad agency services. So this is the company. The company is located in India and state is Telangana. So like I created company, is a new company I have created. So after creating company here, so these ABC ad agency services is only exclusive for providing services. So here there is no part of involvement of inventory info and inventory vouchers. So in my go to gateway screen, I don't want these two in my gateway screen. So I want go to change the go to gateway screen. So for this purpose, and I'm using F11 for function company features. I'm going for accounting vouchers. Here I'm selecting ABC ad agency. Here maintain accounts only. Here maintain accounts only. Now use control here to accept the screen. So after this, you can see this go to gateway screen here. Inventory info and inventory vouchers are not appear. Okay, the only accounting part is only appear in the go to gateway of the screen. So after that, I want to create, I want enable GST to these particular ABC ad agency limited. So for this purpose, again I am going to select company futures. Under company futures, I am going to select. Here you can see that the inventory is not appear, is not active mode. Okay, and now I am going to select statutory and taxation button. Here I am going to select my company. Here enable goods and services to yes. Here also I am going to select yes. Here see state Telangana regular type is a monthly return and taxable all are yes. So after this, I am going to create some ledger master to post the transaction of services. So in ABC ad agency services, they are purchasing or they are procuring some services like courier services, transportation services, legal services. And also these ABC ad agency limited, they are providing services to their customers. Okay, for this purpose I am going to create some ledger masters. So I am going to create ledger master. The navigation is go to gateway Tally screen, inventory info, ledgers, and select create button. So first I am going to create 3 ledger master. Okay, that is central GST. Okay, so central GST is under duties and taxes category. Okay, it is under duties and taxes category. So it is purely GST. So it is central tax. Central tax. Here I am not giving any tax. Just select control here to accept the screen. Next I am going to create state GST. So it is also same under category under duties and taxes. Here it is also GST. It is a state tax. Okay, I am not giving any tax rate percentage. Then I am going to create integrated GST. It is also duties and taxes. That GST tax, integrated tax, and here I am giving the percentage 18%. And okay, press. So I am created three ledger master in the tax purpose. Okay, state GST, central GST, and integrated GST. Next, I am going to create some ledgers. Okay, so the ledger master like that. Courier charges. Okay, I am creating courier charges. Courier charges. Courier charges account. Okay, so courier charges account I treated is a indirect expenses accounting group. Indirect accounting group. So it is applicable GST. Okay, it is applicable to GST. So it is a transaction nature. Here you can see the nature of transaction. Okay, nature of transaction. Here I treated as a purchase taxable. The all courier charges are treated as a purchases to the ABC ad agency. Yes, service purchase taxable. All service tax or tax rate are 18%. Okay, so it is purely services. Use control here. Next, I am going to create legal fee. Legal fee account. Legal fee account. It is also indirect expenses. GST is applicable. Okay. It is also under purchase taxable nature of transaction. Okay. And this is also a 18% tax bracket. And using control here, it is type of supply is services. Okay. Use control here to access the screen. Now I am going to create one more account, that is a transportation. Transportation account. A transportation account, it is also, it is I feel it is a direct expenses. Okay, transportation expenses. Transportation account. It is a direct expenses. I feel it is a direct expenses. I feel it is also indirect expenses accounting category. And GST is applicable. And it is a nature of transaction I treated it is a interstate purchase taxable. With the tax rate is 18%. Okay, that is the different. So after that, I am going to create to my sundry creditors. My sundry creditors are and Padma traders. Padma service traders. Padma service traders. It is under sundry creditors. Okay, sundry creditors. So it is sundry creditors. I feel that it is also under Padma service traders. Service traders local. Okay, local. I feel that it is my supplier. I better to create local only. Local supplier. Okay, local supplier. It is sundry creditors, and local means Telangana to Telangana. Control here to accept the screen. After that, I am creating one more ledger master in the name of Prakash. Prakash service traders. It is also sundry creditors, and it is located in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, he is service provider. It is that is a Prakash service traders non-local supplier. Okay, non-local supplier sundry creditors. Use control here. After this, I am going to create and what are the services these ad agency providing services. So like advertisements. Okay, local, that is customer asks debtors better to customers. customers. It is under sundry debtors. Okay, it is under sundry debtors. Local Telangana to Telangana. Yes. Next, I am going to create one more account is Prakash. Next, I am going to Raju Traders. Raju Service Traders and non-local customer. Non-local customer. Sundry debtors. Here the non-local state I am selecting Karnataka. Okay, Karnataka. Control A to access the screen. Like I created ledger masters. Okay, I created ledger master. Now I am create one more. See, I will check what ledger master I created and display. Here I created Padma, Raju, and here I created transportation charges, advertisement local. I want to create advertisement non-local customer, right? I want to create one more. Okay, I want to create advertisement non-local so it is under income, direct income GST is applicable to yes. Okay, so here I am selecting interstate. Here I am selecting interstate sales taxable. Okay, and the tax rate is 18%. Like it is services. Okay, I am creating one more ledger master. I will see advertisement local, non-local, and local customer is only one. So I have non-local customer is one. I will check the GST is applicable, direct income, right? Non-local, I will check the local customer. No, I want to change the local customer. It is alter local customer. Here it is okay. Now I want to check non-local. So non-local it is under direct income. Okay, direct income GST is okay. It is income, direct income. Okay, and GST is applicable. Yes, and it is sales taxable. Okay, I will select one more time. It is direct income and applicable. It is yes, and the nature of transaction is sales taxable. Okay, sales taxable, tax rate is 18%. So now Control A to accept the screen. So after that I want to create a local customer. Okay, local customer. So one more account I am create that is Ramu Service Traders local customer. It is also sundry debtors, right? Okay, use Control here to accept. After the creation of the ledger master, now I want to post the transaction. So how I can post the transaction? And using the navigation path, go to Get of Tally and inventory info, go to Get Tally accounting vouchers, and first I am going to purchase some of the transactions. First, invoice number 1, the date is 1st April, and what is the party name? I am going to purchase some suppliers. First I am going to purchase some local suppliers, that is Padma Suppliers Service Traders. Okay, here I am going to purchase, I am using some courier charges account. Here the courier charges are 10,000. Okay, and what are the taxes are applicable here in local? If the taxable applicable, central tax is applicable and state tax is also applicable. Okay, so like that, the courier charges, the tax rate is applicable both. It is a interstate transaction, right? Intrastate transaction. So just you can go and select the tax analysis. Here you can check the data. The taxable value 10,000 and the 18% tax rate. You can see here the tax rate is divided in two times, 9% and 9%. Okay, so like you can check the data. So after that, if you want to print the service invoice also, you can also print. So this is a service invoice. Okay. So see that here ABC, ABC ad agency. Okay, here local, and you can supply the data. Like you can also, if you want, you can print. Like I will save the screen. My entry is posted. Now I can purchase some non-local customer. Okay, suppose what is my non-local supplier? Non-local Prakash Traders. Prakash Traders, Prakash Service Traders. Now I am taking the legal services from Prakash Traders. Legal, it is 50,000. Okay, and it is a purely intrastate transaction. I am selecting integrated tax. Okay, here 50,000, right? If you want to, I want to change the percentage here, the amount is only 10,000. Okay, here the tax rate is 1800. Okay, here the tax rate is 1800. Okay, so whatever the transaction here posted, I will check the legal fee account. One moment. Check the legal charges display, alter legal fee. Okay, it is GST here is not applicable, right? Wait, it is yes. Okay, and it is also legal is a local only. Okay, local transaction. If I put it is a interstate purchase, okay, I will see what happens. Okay, so again I post the transaction is interstate transaction. Purchase voucher number 2, Prakash non-local supplier. I am taking the services to as a legal fee is 10,000 rupees. Here I integrated GST 18,000 1800 rupees by default. This system is calculated, right? So it's an interstate transaction. Okay, so if I am not taking this one, I will take legal charges plus also I will take these transportation charges. Okay, transportation charges. I will post one more entry, right? I will see. I will show you. I will take integrated tax 18%. Okay, so same the case, you can see the tax rate. You can select the details, you can get the 18% tax rate on 10,000. Okay, purchase value and integrated tax rate, the total amount this much. Okay, so if you want to print, you can take the print also. Okay, now I purchase one more thing is from the non-local purchase, so that is non-local supplier Prakash Traders, and I am taking the transportation charges. It is 20,000. I will see that 20,000 and integrated tax 18%, that is 3,600. System is automatically calculated. Okay, and you can see same the case, you can see the tax rate. Okay, and you can also print. Okay, so just using Control A to access the screen. So after this, I will check my balance sheet. So go to Get to Tally screen, balance sheets, and we can see that current liabilities. Under current liabilities, these are the tax, duties and taxes shows 7,200. So if you want this, what is it to 7,200 means? It includes all these items. Okay, all these items. So here, two purchases. These are the two integrated taxes are applicable. So like the balance sheet shows in liability side, the outstanding duties and taxes amount is 7,200 and the sundry creditors are 47,200. Now after this, I am selling my services to the some other parties. Okay, so now I want to post the sales voucher. Okay, so how I can post the sales voucher? Go to Get Your Tally screen Accounting voucher, I am selecting F8 sales. Okay, first voucher number. And who are my customers? Here my customer, first I am taking the local customer, Ramu Service Traders. Okay, local customer Telangana to Telangana, place of supply, place supplier, place sale. So here advertisement, local advertisement. Okay, suppose I am providing 50,000 rupees local advertisement, the tax rates are applicable, central GST. Okay, here something, sorry, I am selecting local advertisement. One more time, local advertisement, service number 1, and Ramu, my customer is Ramu, local customer, and I am providing the data. So I am providing advertisement, that is local advertisement, 50,000 rupees, and the taxes are applicable. Okay, and state tax is also applicable like this. So bill amount is 50,000 and 18% tax rate, the total amount is 59,000. You can check the tax analysis part, and 50,000 9%, you get press F1, you can get the details. So state tax is 9,000, 9%, 4,500, and the central tax is also 9%, 4,500. The total taxable value 50,000, the invoice value is 59,000 rupees. Okay, so if you want to print, you can also print the invoice. Okay, see local customer, so and so amount 59,000 like. Okay, now I am save the transaction. So I will take the unit sales invoice 2. So I will use the non-local customer. Raju Traders is non-local. The trader is location place of supply is Karnataka. Okay, and advertisement also I am providing advertisement non-local purpose. Okay, so here I am taking 1 lakh rupees. Here integrated tax is applicable. Okay, integrated tax is applicable. I will check the transaction is not shown. Advertisement account, I will check the advertisement accounts, ledgers, alter, advertisement, non-local. Okay, non-local, right here GST is applicable, it is yes, and interest rate. Okay, right. So I will check the transaction once again. Service number 2, the transaction is non-local customer, and non-local customer Raju Service Traders. State is Karnataka, advertisement non-local, that is 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees, and IGST 18%, I think it's 80,000 per year. Okay, I will show you something went wrong. Raju Traders, advertisement non-local 1 lakh rupees, integrated GST 18% is 18,000 by default system calculator, right? So if you want to check, you can check the details, and the tax rate is single tax 18%. Okay, so like we can save the screen. So once you can check this balance sheets, go to Gateway of Tally screen, go to Gateway of Tally and check the balance sheet here. Here current liability side, the duties and taxes are showing this amount. Okay, and 19,800 rupees duties and taxes. So under in April month, some taxes are debited, some taxes credited. The remaining amount is 12,600. We have to pay this. Okay, and here you can check current liabilities, duties and taxes. Okay, so GST, integrated GST, all this. When the current assets are there, sundry debtors amount this much. Okay, it is also included GST. It is included GST transaction. Okay, it is included GST. Okay, so after that I want to show you we are collecting some amounts. Okay, receipts and payments. For example, we collected through cash only. I will show you how to post the receipt voucher and payment voucher. First, I will pay the amount, and how we can pay the amount using the voucher, accounting voucher, payment, and so who is my local right? I will check. I will cash accounts. Okay, through I am paying through cash only. I am selecting cash, and who are my local suppliers? My local suppliers are local supplier is Padma service. So here 11,000 it is due. So 10,000 rupees amount is 10,000 is services and 800 is goods. That is 11,800. Okay, sales invoice. You see? Like it's a new reference. This is not required, and now accepted. So after that I need to pay one more through cash only. Okay, that is non-local. My non-local custom supplier is there. Non-local supplier Prakash Traders, and the outstanding amount is 35,400. So total amount I am paying. Okay, paying total amount. Total amount I am paying with reference number 2, reference number 3. So, okay, now, so I pay total amount. You see that in your balance sheets, okay, under current liability, sundry debtors are 0, only taxes are there. Okay, the total debtors are 0. So if you can select that these and taxes are there, the debtors are 0. There is no debtors value. Debtors value is 0. Okay, now if you select the current here, the cash in hand this much. Okay, it's a negative cash balance, right? You don't have any credit. Okay, if it is always debit balance. Now we are collecting some amount from customers. That is receipt to voucher. I am posting the receipt to voucher. Okay, so I am receiving the cash, and it is a negative balance, right? 47,000 rupees. We don't have cash, but we paid the two customers. I will select the customer account, Ramu local. So the outstanding amount is 59,000. Okay, that is, we'll see new references. And one more customer is there. The non-local customer is also there in our Raju. That is 1,18,000. Okay. Now I am using Control A to access the screen. So now we'll check once again the balance sheets. We're checking the balance sheet. In current asset side, there is no sundry debtors. The only cash in as now earlier is a negative, now it is a positive value. Okay, the cash we received. Okay, so total amount we received this much, and the we paid, and this is the remaining balance. Okay, so this is the way we'll see the we'll post the transactions in using the services. Okay, so in my previous lecture I explained the transaction posted in the using these inventory masters. Okay, so this is a topic exclusive for posting the service vouchers, service recording. Okay, services, what are the recording of service transactions. Okay, just we'll go check GSTR reports. Go to Get Your Tally, display, and statutory reports. GST, I am selecting GSTR 2. Here this amount is there. Total eligible ITC is input tax rate is 7,200. Okay, and here I want to check GSTR 1 is also some transactions are recorded GSTR 1. This is the remaining amount. Okay, inward out for total transaction tax amount like this. So total transactions are 8. See here the 8 transactions. So like this. Okay, so if you want to export any kind of transaction here, GSTR 2, you can export and import. All the transactions are very easy to do the transactions. Okay, so this is the my presentation today, my dear viewers. Okay, so far we created so far I explained to you the transaction recorded in Tally ERP 9. Okay, services, in the case of services only. Okay, so first part I explained what is the time of supply, place of supply, and the value of supply, and what are the conditions mentioned in GST Act. I explained all this. Then after the second part, I explained you how these service transactions are posted into using the Tally Act 9. Okay, so this is the topic of Usman University BCom syllabus 6th semester unit number 4. Okay, thank you, viewer. Have a nice day.